turn my mic down here so it doesn't blast everybody's ears out. Because that was an issue with the last time I streamed, was the audio wasn't loud enough and my mic was too loud. So,
Blast him, Cam.
blast him. Rock 'em, sock 'em.
Bop 'em. Stupid spiders keep fucking falling in front of me. Dangling down in front of me. Should say.
Alright, what's the screen you guys are on? Are you guys on the apartment?
We're on the Misato's home.
Okay. That's your home now as well. Thank you.
I'm just gonna. I just want to refer to it.
It's my house. I stole everything from Masato.
Thanks.
Oh, good. Right,
Perfect.
it's
I'm
now
glad.
officially the Kano residence,
Mhm.
whatever his last name is.
Yep. Yep.
Alright. Let me just settle in on my chair here. Alright. We're good to go. Hand on my balls. Hand on my mouse.
Hold on, let me fix it so that there we are.
Impressive, Cam.
Let's
Very
go,
impressive.
boys.
Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Let me fix my camera so I don't look like I'm just...
You're just like.
Okay.
I can't do that. Right,
So,
let's go.
this is our 4th session, I believe. And if anybody who's watching this, apparently, for some whatever reason on YouTube or Twitch, I didn't record the last 2, so... today, will mark about the 8th episode, of the show, which is not included in the movies, so we're venturing into show-only territory right now, probably for the next couple weeks. All the stuff that we do will be almost exclusively from the show, with some changes here and there, just to make it so it's not a carbon copy. This week has some stuff changed that's not in the show, so it will be a different experience as it is. So, but yeah, so last week you guys fought Ramio, and with Joe hitting a crit and doing 56 damage, almost completely incapacitating it in one shot, you guys have now moved on. At the very end, you guys learn more about Gendo and Fuyutsuki's plan. How apparently there are only 11 angels left, and that after those have been eliminated, that's when their plan begins. So, this week, we'll open up in... Oh, wait. So, okay. Austin's not joining us today, eh?
No, it's not
That'd be
doing
sick.
it.
Great. Perfect.
He is not.
Glad I waited.
I'm happy we actually waited.
This week we'll open up, in Gendo's office. He's by himself. I'll change the scene here so you guys can have a bit more of a dramatic feel.
Who's under
There's
the
someone else
desk?
there, Cam.
What do you mean, who's under? No, don't worry. Pretend he's not there.
He's
You
there.
said Gendo was by himself.
He said he's-
That's
he
him
said he was
standing up.
alone.
No, that's him standing up. Don't worry. The chair it has a bulb on it. Don't worry.
Oh, the chair has a head now?
Yeah, the chair.
Alright.
It's a headrest. Don't worry.
I love this.
Gendo's sitting there, and the phone rings. When he picks it up, you don't know who it's from. It's an unknown caller.
Papa John's.
But hello, this is Papa John's. Yes, could you order pizza down to the Geo front, please?
Yeah, sure.
The person on the other end of the phone tells Gendo that his cargo is ready, and it's on its way across the Pacific. Gendo responds with, perfect, all's going to plan, and that he's sending a correspondent to meet them for other business later on. With that, he hangs up the phone, and we cut back to you guys. You're not in the apartment this week, luckily enough. We're in for some new adventures this week. You guys are at a heliport right now. The three of you, Ray and Misato, are all about to board a helicopter. Misato looks at you guys and says, well, after all the hard work you guys have done in the past month or two, I think it's probably due time that we go on a vacation. So maybe we'll be able to escape some hard work for a little while and just be able to relax.
Should we get pizza?
Sure, we'll be able to get pizza after we're done this helicopter ride. If you guys have any questions, now it's time to ask.
Will it be Papa John's?
Yes. A nice hot slice of Papa John's
We
pizza.
should have it all the way from America. It's gonna come with the ship.
It's the shipment. It's getting the shipment.
The shipment is just like a cargo crate of Papa John's pizza. That's it. That's the shit. That's the series, guys. I'm done. Like, who needs to save the world when you have a cargo crate of Papa John's pizza?
It's so greasy, it'll just melt the angels.
Jet fuel can't melt steel beams.
Alright.
Do you have any actual real questions, or are you good to go?
Oh, where are we going on for vacation?
Misato says, well, we're going on a bit of a field trip almost. We're going to go visit an aircraft carrier in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. And it's actually the UN Pacific Fleet that we're going to visit. I have some business there, but I figured I'd bring you guys just so you can get away from the hassle that you guys have been posed with more than recently. And I felt it would be a good time for you guys to bond. So.
Erica asks, how long is this gonna take?
No more than 3 days.
3 days?
Yes, 3 days.
Out at sea?
Yep.
Would it be okay? Like, is...
No, don't worry. We have countermeasures here if anything happens, so.
Okay. Alright.
And with that, she boards the helicopter and gestures to you guys to come along as well. So, after about hour or two in the helicopter, over in the Pacific, you see dots like starting to show up, and in reality, those are ships. One by one coming into view, and in the middle, or more so at the front of all these ships, is a large aircraft carrier. After arriving on the aircraft carrier,
There was a tsunami and everyone died.
and then everyone died, and then the angels win the end.
There it is. That's the story.
Upon arriving on the aircraft carrier, you guys disembark, and the captain's there to greet you guys as well as Misato. Misato and the captain kind of shake hands, and he explains that this is like the UN's this is most of the UN's Pacific Fleet, and that the aircraft carrier is poised with delivering cargo from over to the west, to Tokyo 3. The aircraft carrier's name is called Over the Rainbow.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm retconning some stuff, so brace with me while I do this.
What?
So, I say, when, it's 3 days, I say, I'm gonna be seasick, so I'm staying home, because I have to fucking leave. And this is out of my control.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine. I can do this with these two, so.
You can see the disappointment.
Yeah.
Get good, Joe, and don't play WoW.
No, it's not even that, or else I'd be really angry. But I have to leave that too.
Okay.
So my rate is pretty fast.
Okay. The character's dead at the end.
Oh.
Misato shoots her in the forehead.
Let her die of throwing up on the sea. Hashtag seasick.
Joe has to whisper. That's how much trouble he's in.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Bye.
Cool. So Erica was pushed into the sea and she was never
Yeah,
seen again.
and Ramiel showed up from death
Oh, okay.
Oh,
and just lasered her.
Oh, okay, good. Can we also
Um,
get the first angel to come back and laser
Yeah,
her?
he's back. It like blows up the sea and everybody dies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Gendo's still there in his office eating Papa John's.
Damn, I love Papa John's.
Oh god.
What a fella.
As you arrive on the ship and you're introduced and whatnot, you've been allowed to wander freely the area of the deck you're on. As the captain and Misato are talking, you guys notice a male, brown hair, long, walking down the steps of one of the let me see, like one of these or whatever, like steps coming down,
Oh,
like to from up here to like down onto the deck.
Oh yeah.
And you see him wave to Misato, and the look on Misato's face is almost immediate disgust.
Misato, is that your boyfriend?
Misato turns to you with a face you never want to see from her ever again. Walking down the steps arrives Kaji. And Kaji kind of puts his arm around her shoulder. He's like, I heard that remark, and yes, she's my girlfriend.
Oh, nice! I want to give him a high five.
Misato slaps his arm off of her shoulder. She says, "Why is he here?" And the captain kind of looks at her like, "Oh, what, did you not like already know he was gonna be here? He's the official escort from the ships, from Nerve Germany all the way to Nerve Tokyo 3. So he's kind of the reason we're going." And Misato's like, she's just done. She's just done with this trip already, and they've been there for like 10 minutes.
I'm liking this trip already.
I like nod to agree with Kano. Like,
Kaji looks at Misato. He's like, I'm actually surprised that they sent you of all people. Usually you're the one that wants to stay behind and make sure everything's in order. Misato doesn't even want to talk to him. She just crosses her arms and turns away and walks off, leaving you guys with the captain and Kaji. That's what you want to do.
I asked the captain, how did the boat get its name?
Over the rainbow? Fuck.
Yeah.
I
Ah.
don't have
Damn
a,
it, Kim!
I don't. There's actually no answer for that. It's,
Oh, is there really?
it's just called Over the Rainbow.
the captain
I
just
wanted to know
shrugs
what
off.
it was. Shit.
I don't know. That's not. I don't know why I included that. I thought like, they should know the name of the ship, but
It's from the song "Somewhere Over
it's
the
from
Rainbow."
it's from the show, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'll include that. It might be important. And then I like kept on writing, and I never came back to it, so it obviously wasn't. Yeah, the captain kind of shrugs and I don't know.
What the fuck?
Ships are named weird things, child.
What's your name then?
Bill. It's Bill. It's Bill.
He doesn't have a name.
It's Bill. It's the captain. The only important characters in this episode are Kaji, Misato, and the children, man. I don't know.
Man, the captain and his UN fleet. How is he not important?
George.
Okay, good.
It doesn't matter in the long run for what's gonna happen anyway, so
I want to be friends with the captain. I want to be a sailor of the boat.
Kaji looks at you guys, he's like, I'm sure you're famished. And he yells over to Misato, he's like, hey, let's all go for lunch.
Oh, lunch, yeah.
And with the enthusiasm coming across from you guys, Misato more or less has to come along. Kaji leads you up the stairs and into an elevator where you guys kind of squash yourselves in, and you go to an upper floor into kind of like a staff room almost. You've got chairs and tables. It's like a mess hall. Kaji's loosened his tie and he's kind of like leaning back in his chair and drinking coffee. And Misato's like, I can't believe you're the official escort. He's like, eh, you win some, you lose some.
What's that supposed to mean?
Kaji looks at you amused. He says, this isn't really the job that I've been trained for, but I get what I get, so. He looks at the children, he says, so, is Misato's apartment still a mess?
I nod.
It's like,
Yeah.
things never change. And he looks at Kano and he's like, is she still wild in bed?
I give him a thumbs up. As like,
Misato?
I give it a very confused thumbs up.
Misato is red in the face and she puts her hands on the table and she's like, shut up! From what you gather from the information Kaji's dropping is that at one point they were in a relationship. He continues to poke at you guys for personal info on her, and you just kind of like shrug and like, oh my god, who is this guy?
I like this guy.
Do you have any questions for him at all? Or? This week will be short, by the way. I don't have a lot planned for this
What
week.
does he actually do?
Outside of character or inside of character?
Inside a character.
Okay.
Like, what was he trained for?
Amused again, Kaji says, well, I'd have to kill you if I told you.
Oh.
He seems evasive of the question as to what his actual job is.
Fuck you, Kaji.
Kaji's the coolest, dude. Do you remember what Kaji looks like, Riley?
Yeah, fuck your ponytail.
Yeah, dude.
Rude.
I immediately figured who he was coming.
Yeah.
Like, I know his character too. Well.
Based Kaji.
Kaji.
So you guys have your lunch, and he looks over to Erica, who I'll pretend is here. Oh wait, no, fuck, I can't, because Joe said she was gonna stay back. Fuck. Okay.
Or she seasick.
That throws a wrench in my plan.
Or you can just throw her back in and say fuck you, Joe.
Yeah.
Okay, no. What I can do. Okay, let's see here. And he leans into the table, and you guys haven't given your names to him. And he says, "So Kano and Sophie, I've heard quite a lot about you."
Am I famous?
Famous is almost an understatement. You guys are the heroes of Tokyo 3. You're the children who've had no experience and then immediately take down an angel.
I'm a hero?
You guys are almost legends.
Legend?
You're kidding me. That can't be true.
He leans back, he's like, I've seen pilots before, but I've heard nothing like the stories I've heard about you guys.
Sophie just kind of blushes.
Wow!
God.
Wow! It's like the WoW guy from the fucking MLG parodies.
Yeah, dude.
Um,
I'm an actual superhero.
it's like you've always wanted, Riley. You continue lunch, just idly chatting to each other. And after you finished, you're once again allowed to roam the ship. So do you guys want to do anything?
I
Just
don't know.
walk around the ship.
Yeah, I'll follow
Alright.
Kano.
The ship is quite large. From what you can tell, it's like probably the biggest ship you're ever gonna see.
Dang, son.
And surrounding the ship, as far as the eye can see, is boats, which are its accompanying fleet. And you just have to wonder, like, this is just the Pacific Fleet. Who knows how big, like, the entirety of the UN's, like, Navy fleets are. At which point, after wandering a while, in the distance you can see kind of like a wave. And at first, it doesn't really seem anything interesting. But after looking around for a bit, and you look back, the wave seems to be getting closer. And it's not like a single wave, it's like two waves parting. Like something swimming at you.
No.
At which point, you begin to see something surface. And in almost the blink of an eye, one of the UN fleet ships to your side is gone. It's been completely blown up. And at this point, you realize it probably wasn't safe to come here without at least an Ava.
Gosh dang, Masato.
Because this is an angel attack.
We're screwed.
Gosh dang, Masato.
We're screwed.
Kaji, off to the side, you guys don't really see him or hear him, gets a call from Gendo. It's revealing that he is actually the person who was on the phone with him at the beginning. Kaji very angrily tells Gendo, like, this wasn't part of the deal. You said an angel wasn't supposed to attack. To which Gendo reassures him that the reason the children are there is for that very reason. Even though they don't have Avas, they're very capable. Gendo, understandably frustrated, hangs up the phone and storms off to God knows where on the ship. At which point, this is going to be a skill challenge.
Red. Gosh dang Dominoes and their gosh dang drive-by on our Papa John's ship. How dare they?
So this week I don't have an actual fight plan for you guys. I have a skill challenge.
Alright.
That is very much based upon your characters and your characters' individual skills.
If I do a backflip, like if I do like a very good backflip, will the angel go away?
The angel will go, whoa, sick, and then just kill itself.
Yes!
You guys, as players, need to figure out how to defeat the angel without your Avas, and with whatever means you have within this fleet. You somehow have to locate the core and blow up the core. So I'm giving you guys, I need to find an online timer.
Oh boy.
What
By the way, with skill challenge, you mean like perception, sleight of hand, and all
I
that?
mean your
Or-
skills, your character skills,
Okay,
yes.
so yeah, that's okay. Riley,
Okay.
I heard the timer and I'm like, okay, this is not gonna be.
You guys have 30 minutes to
Oh shit.
to figure out how to eliminate this angel, and your time starts now.
Crap,
Alright.
okay.
I'm going to head over to like Kaji, asking him what the fuck is going on here.
Okay. Roll perception to see if you know where Kaji is.
God damn.
Can I roll as well?
You can assist, yes.
Oh, please assist.
Roll d20 plus how much? Perception. Oh, plus 1. Okay.
14?
Okay,
Okay,
14.
come on. Big money now. Fuck.
10. Alright, that'll bring you up to 24. So, you can see down the side of the cruise, the aircraft carrier, you see Kaji seemingly going towards what look like jet fighters. You sprint down as fast as you can to meet up with him. And what would you like to do?
Ask him what's going on here.
Kaji looks at you very blankly and he says, "It's exactly what it looks like. We're being attacked by an angel."
Do you know anything about it?
He looks over the board of the ship and I should probably change the screen here just so you have an idea of what this angel looks like.
What the fuck?
It looks like a fish.
Oh.
And he looks at it and he says, "I don't even know where the core would be on this thing. It's nowhere visible on the outside." And he looks at you guys, he's like, "I have to go. This is up to you now." And then turns around and leaves.
Alright.
Okay.
I'm gonna go find the captain, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Do I have to roll perception for that?
Sure. It's more perception on where the captain's deck would be.
Actually, you know what? Scratch that.
Okay.
Can I roll investigation instead?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, what are you investigating?
I'm gonna investigate the little fish angel.
Okay.
Like,
Alright.
see if I can get anything from it.
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well then,
Matt 1.
Fuck me.
it's a fish.
It's a goddamn angel.
It's an angel. Huh?
Shit.
Look what Kaji said. That's a fish.
So yeah, you guys have no knowledge of what it looks like an angel to you. The way this works is you guys are it's very open ended. This challenge. There's there's a thing you need to do, but the way about you going to do it is completely dependent on how you guys do it.
We gotta figure this out ourselves. Okay. What else can we do?
Do you want to go find the captain or?
Yeah, let's try to find the
I'll
captain.
try to continue with that.
Okay, roll
Yeah.
perception. You're just looking for the captain's like area.
Crap.
10.
Again with the 10.
And are you
Actually,
willing-
okay, Sophie's gonna, okay, when Sophie goes to find the captain, I'll go tell her that I'm gonna go find Masato as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so you roll perception for Misato, Riley.
Son of a bitch! Maybe I should never, okay.
Alright.
Guys, we can't.
Time to go look at the ship, boys.
Running around the ship right now. Very confused.
Rowan with the better,
Yeah.
roll. After about 5 or so minutes of looking around the deck and trying to figure out where the captain's like headquarters would be, you see the part in the middle of the ship that comes up and has like windows. You piece together that's probably where the captain will be. So you make your way up there. In there is Misato with the captain, but Sophie is by herself rather now, and Kano is off searching for Misato.
Shit!
What would you like to do, Ron?
I mean, considering Misato's here, I ask Misato like, what should we do?
Misato looks panicked, but under control, more or less.
Mhm.
She's kind of just standing there looking at this thing, and with the underwater cameras they have two monitors that are both monitoring the top of the water level as well as underneath the water level, so they have a good image of it. From what they can see and from what you can see from the monitors is that the core is definitely not on the outside. Misato says, "I have no idea what we're supposed to do here. We have no Avas. We have the torpedoes this fleet has. That's all we realistically have in the long run. So it's up to you guys to figure it out."
Can I continue my quest from my point of view now?
Yeah, roll perception again.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna. Okay. Alright.
You won't need something high now, don't worry.
Just pierce it together.
Okay.
There we go.
After wandering a bit, you make your way up to the captain's quarter, figuring, well, if I can't find Misato, I might as well find the captain. To which you're like, hey, Misato's there. What would you like to do?
Oh, actually, I wanted to like find the guns of the ship instead.
The guns, like assault rifles.
Well, not the does the ship come equipped with like cannons?
It'd be anti-air stuff, but you wouldn't be able to like angle it towards this monster. Well, you might be able to try and hit this thing in the water with whatever armaments the carrier has on it. Why? What are you thinking here?
I was just figuring that like I could do something with the guns, but I guess not. I guess doesn't seem very likely now. All right. I'm just gonna. Alright, well, I'll just continue the whole plan with the captain, asking, like, I'm just going to ask him if he has any, like, what are the weapons on the ship, actually? I'm gonna ask him all the, like, the various weapons.
The captain explains to you that, aside from several anti-air, like, pods, about 4 to 6 of them, located along the sides of the ship, they have 2 to 4 like mounted machine guns, and the carrier itself is equipped with torpedoes, as well as all the fleets are equipped with more or less the same, to a smaller extent, because they're not as large as the carrier. So you have 22 minutes.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to. Okay, I asked the captain how many torpedoes does he have.
Here, that's a good way to decide.
13.
13.
That was almost 1.
All right.
One torpedo. Make it.
All right. This works. All right. So when I look at the angel, does it like? I'm guessing it has a mouth.
Okay. Roll perception.
Shit.
Or wait. Roll investigation on this thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Well, okay. So, I can give you a description of this thing now. From the cameras and from seeing what you can from what services, this beak-like structure, right here. I don't know if you guys are looking at the map or not,
yeah.
and you can see my arrow. I should probably change my arrow. It's kind of dark, or kind of bright rather. There we are. Or no, Rowan's red. Okay, we'll go with this. Yeah, this thing here, that's its mouth.
Oh, where are we? Where's that? Oh, there it is.
That like beak thing is its mouth, and it has almost like a rudder that a back of a ship would have to navigate itself.
Okay.
It has like one long fin to kind of change its direction, as well as a tail-like fin as well. From what you can see from the slits on its mouth, it's almost like a predator's mouth, how it opens with 4, as opposed to open like a jaw.
Okay.
That's what you can gather from what you see on the outside, as it hasn't really done anything other than swim around and just, as you're doing this, like ships left and right are just like you see explosions in the water as ships are beginning to sink.
Okay.
You have 20 minutes.
Shit.
All right, Captain. So, you said there's also like jets like flying around.
There are jets stationed on like fighter jets stationed on the carrier.
No one's using them.
I mean, no.
The fuck? Why isn't anyone using them?
If this thing shoots a blast at some extent, it's just gonna be like a fly to it.
Alright.
Riley character's 14. He's not piloting a fighter
No,
jet.
no, 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 no. Like, I know I'm not gonna fly it, but, like, can I get someone else to fly it? Can I, like, I want people to get on those goddamn
You want to
jets.
persuade somebody to get into a fighter jet
I want
and experiment.
someone
Let's
to
do
get
that.
in the jet right now.
Okay, what you can do is I will allow you to try and persuade one of the first crewmen up in the one of the deckhands that have flying experience in this room.
I'm forcing him into the jet. I'm gonna
You
be
can-
Gendo
you
Ikari
can-
on his ass.
You can try and persuade him to.
Do it.
This will have consequences on your character
Oh.
based on what you're trying to achieve here and how you're going
That's-
about it. Alignment wise, that's kind of evil.
Right.
Did you choose lawful or chaotic?
I just chose true neutral.
Okay.
Hey.
You're gonna get a point or two towards evil because that's like, hey, can you get in that jet and potentially kill yourself just so I can see what happens?
Hey. They fucking pulled it on us.
Never said
Yeah,
they
that
weren't.
is very true. That is a
Never
very
said they weren't already evil.
That is a very true point. All right,
so
so
you can roll this.
I'm gonna lay. So I'm
Do
gonna
it.
go. So I'm telling this to the captain. So my best bet is that the core is in its mouth. So as long as we can somehow lure it to open its mouth, I'm okay, and we can shoot torpedoes in it and or machine gun shots. That's about it. So I want one fighter pilot to at least distract it. And I want someone on the guns to shoot at it, and I want someone on torpedoes.
Okay. Two of those three things you can do without persuasion, which is the
Okay.
torpedoes and the machine gun fire.
Okay.
The captain agrees that you're probably right. It might be in its mouth, and our best bet is to try and get it to open its mouth. What you need to do is try and persuade the captain to convince one of his crewmen to actually get in the fighter jet. So
Can I roll intimidation on his ass?
Oh.
you want to roll intimidation,
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't
Okay,
do that.
no,
not persuasion.
Like.
Is there a Oh, there is a persuasion.
Yeah, there's persuasion.
Oh, okay, there is a
Persuasion is
persuasion.
like the greatest skill of all. You have
Oh,
17
fuck, right.
minutes.
Quick, hurry.
Holy fuck, dude! Even
Okay.
oh my god,
Shit.
even with that.
Ah.
Good thing you have a +7.
Oh no, I have advantage on charisma rolls.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, you do.
Oh.
17.
Okay.
Okay.
That 17, we'll get it.
Good.
The captain kind of walks over and he groups a couple of his men into a bit of like a football like group, and you hear him whispering to them, and you hear one of them sigh and kind of stand up and salute. Says, "I'll do it," and with that he runs out. Within the next 3 minutes, you hear the roar of an engine, and a fighter jet take off.
I wanted to make it before. I wanted to make it really clear that he's just not to attack, just to at least like get its attention.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. So, with your idea and with your discretion to the captain, he's relayed that. So, what the fighter jet does is it tries to swoop and kind of like aggravate, in a sense. You know what I mean? Like swoop down close to the water to try and get its attention. What are my stats for this thing? I don't think I gave it any. I didn't. Okay.
Watch out, Riley. You might have killed a man.
You know what? We're all gonna die if it was if we don't
Okay,
do
no,
a
that's
single-
fine. That's fine. As the jet swoops by, its tail and its fin is very sharp, and it kind of whips up and attempts to whack the plane right out of the air with its tail. Luckily, the plane is just fast enough that it swoops by and just narrowly misses getting swatted out of the air by this thing's tail.
Okay.
This thing is about as... It's almost as big as the aircraft carrier.
Okay.
Not quite as big, but it's up there. It's like the size of a destroyer, probably, which
Okay.
is still quite big.
Is someone on the guns right now? Like,
Yeah, there's a couple men you can see manned down on the deck on the mounted turrets.
Okay.
What would you like to suggest, my friend?
I want him to I want him to shoot directly at the face of the fish, or the angel rather.
Okay. Okay.
It-
So
Is the okay? So to get just so my plan's clear, is the torpedoes like how are the torpedoes like lined up? Like, would it if the angel does open its mouth,
It-
would torpedoes?
it's
be
like
able to
guided
line up?
it's like guided torpedoes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
This is the year Ava takes place is 2015, so we at least have that technology.
Okay, at least we have
Yeah.
decent technology.
Yeah.
Okay. So you want the gunman to shoot at
Just like I'm just hoping it opens its
Okay.
mouth.
Yeah, it might
That's all I
aggravate
ask.
okay
I just want aggravation coming from
For
it.
once, we actually want it.
to look at you. Okay.
Yeah.
So you give your idea to the captain, and he gets on like his headphones and
I want everything to like at least open its mouth. That's all.
the
I'm
men
asking.
the men on the turrets also have headphones and microphones so they can communicate with the captain. At which point you hear large rounds of gunfire, like loud rounds of gunfire, and you just see like water like splashing up from all the shots that they're firing. The shots do seemingly nothing to this thing.
Son of a bitch.
Does open
Not
its
even
mouth, but you won't like what it's about to do.
Oh shit. Oh fuck.
As it opens its mouth, kind of like. See if I can just find like a picture. This angel's name is Gadgiel, by the way.
Gadgiel, what a name.
Yeah.
It was nice knowing you, Kano.
Oh, you know what? I lied. It has a normal mouth. The way I remember it is wrong. Here, this is an accurate picture. I'll put it in the
Creepy pasta. Okay.
I don't know, man. Don't worry.
Oh hey.
What the fuck is this thing?
That's Gadgiel. It
What
looks
a
like
silly looking
it looks
thing.
like a Digimon
Yeah.
or a
Digimon.
Pokemon. Okay, there's a better picture actually.
Right. Cool.
As it
So
opens
we get put on blast.
as it opens its mouth, you can see the core at the back of its throat.
I
But
yell,
as-
there it is.
But as you see it, it starts to shine red, and it blasts towards one of the turrets, completely taking a chunk out of the front of the ship and whatever human was there at the time.
Do we still have turrets?
You have a turret left at the front.
One. Is that it?
You have
All right.
There were two at the front, two at the back, two on the sides.
Okay.
The one at the front is gone. There's a chunk in your ship.
Still got 5 more.
Its
We
mouth
have
did
to
open
kill
though.
this.
Okay.
We
We're
know
gonna
that the
continue
course-
that,
You have 11
but
minutes.
now we know that it shoots. So we're gonna be a little. So as soon as there's like a little crack, we're shooting.
Okay. So
And we
okay.
have to do this. If
You have 10 minutes, so
we have to do this with
so you want to repeat it with the other guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. The way this is gonna work is the guy will fire.
Okay.
You will roll to hit. You, Riley, will roll to hit.
Okay. I will
um,
roll to hit. What would I roll?
A d20
Just the
plus
normal.
plus 2.
Okay.
It will also roll to hit.
Oh
if
shit.
your roll is higher than
This is
his,
a. Oh fuck.
then it works. If not, then it takes out the other.
This is a standoff right now. All right.
Okay, roll your.
Oh fuck.
Oh no. Oh!
Oh.
Okay.
That was so close, dude. That was over on the 14.
Okay,
Alright.
I'll stop the timer.
Oh.
At 10 minutes.
Holy
Took you-
shit,
it
that would've
took
been
you
so
20
much,
minutes.
that would have been so much easier if we had like Austin and Joe, because we would get more point of views.
Yeah. As it opens its mouth and you see the flash of light start to shine again, you hear you yell fire, and the captain yells fire, and everybody in the thing yells fire, and 3 torpedoes launch simultaneously, one after another.
I want all 13.
Oh, the first torpedo seemingly disappears. The next torpedo seemingly disappears, but you hear an explosion. And as the third torpedo goes in, it explodes on contact with the core. And the other 2 torpedoes that are inside of the Angel also explode, completely eviscerating the entirety of this Angel, as well as the core, in a flash of brilliance. Another cross-shaped explosion, and as the water rains down, a rainbow arcs over the ship.
Oh.
Well, now we know why it's
To tie in with the name
Over
Over the Rainbow. I'm pretty sure that happens in the show. I haven't watched that episode in a while, though. So.
Is the guy is the guy in the plane alive at least?
A guy in the plane didn't get hit, so
Okay,
you're good.
he made it out alive.
Yeah.
He deserves a badge.
That was a pretty easy challenge. I'll go over some stuff after we're done, though.
I feel like with charisma, like I didn't know who to yell at.
This was like no. This,
Like there's like I could have yelled at Kaji, I guess, but I don't know what I get from him.
like this was your challenge because like
See, yeah, this
okay,
week is Riley's week.
this was Riley's.
So my main intention was that like I thought someone was gonna be on the guns and they'd be like, "What the fuck? You're too young." And I'm like, I'm gonna like tell him to get off the gun, and I'll get on the gun.
Tell him to eat my ass.
Through charisma, and that's how I was gonna do it. But like I didn't. With charisma,
I straight up wrote in my notes. This will be a very circumstantial. This will all be very circumstantial of character stats and how well characters understand their character strength and weaknesses. So you did identify that your highest strength was charisma. So you took that into your own measure. You stopped an Angel without the Avas, luckily. Because it opens its mouth, the AT field does not block that.
Oh, okay.
And the torpedoes just seamlessly.
Okay, made it
went
an
in,
easy squeeze.
Misato kind of cheers and she throws her hat off and she hugs you guys and she kind of looks around and she's like, "Where the hell's Kaji?" And as you say that, as she says that, a fighter jet takes off, and Kaji's nowhere to be seen on the ship. You guys cut your vacation short after that.
Oh, good.
You quickly escort the ships to Tokyo 3. They bump up their speed and they arrive like the next day. At shore, Ritsuko is at the harbor to greet everyone. You're smiling ear to ear that you've managed to outsmart an Angel, so to speak.
I just yelled at people. I'm okay with that.
And Misato says, "You guys did good. Now head back to the van and we'll head home." So you guys walk back.
Pizza. Pizza.
And Misato says, "I'll get you guys pizza."
Yeah.
Papa John's.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you guys skip back to the van. Misato stays back and just kind of looks at Ritsuko and she says, "These kids are truly amazing. I didn't think they'd be able to do it just on wits alone, but they did. And even though I didn't really do anything, I feel a sense of pride that I at least know them. But it's sad that they all have to be stuck in this situation at such a young age." And Ritsuko kind of puts her hand on Misato's shoulder just to comfort her, and she says, "They really are amazing, but don't be surprised if they want to quit or if they run away, because it's just gonna get harder." And Itsuko kind of pats her on the shoulder and looks back at her clipboard. She's like, now I have to go get the cargo. So the two of them nod to each other, and then Misato heads back to the van with the children. So you guys are done, more or less. Meanwhile, just before we finish this session, we cut to Gendo's office once more. Let's zip back over here. Yeah. In Gendo's office, there's a briefcase on Gendo's desk. It's latched and it has like locks and everything on it. And standing there, arms crossed, sleeves rolled up, tie undone, is Kaji. Kaji kind of nonchalantly says, "So, do you want to report on Seele, or are you good?" And Gendo kind of shakes his head. He's like, "It's fine. We don't need that right now." And he looks at the case in anticipation. Kaji kind of looks at him. He's like, "I'm assuming the angel was after this." To which Gendo agrees that yes, this is exactly what the angel was after and why it was attacking the ship. Kaji kind of smiles. He's like, "You must be quite eager to see your cargo," and opens the box. And as the box kind of like it's kind of like a steel briefcase, but not like a normal briefcase that you know. It's like bulky and it looks almost military-esque. And as it opens, as Kaji undoes the locks,
it's a single taco from Taco Bell.
it's the biggest slice of Papa John's pizza you've ever seen.
We're keeping the Papa John's Taco Bell.
A light illuminates this amber block, and inside this amber block is what looks to be an embryo, or a fetus almost of some sort. And Kaji says, "This is it. This is the metaphysical twining between God and the soul." And Gendo nods and he looks up and smiles. He says, "Yes, and this will open the door to human instrumentality. Adam, the first angel." And then that's where we'll end.
Amen.
Amen.
Alright, I want to hear all the different, like, routes everyone could have taken.
Okay.
Since like no one was here and like,
Okay,
yeah.
so
I want to hear what you planned.
everybody loves
Like-
up. Everybody loves up. So roll your Constitution, whatever.
Because this was like all Riley. Like I just did like something at the beginning. but
I
the
kind of that was the most forward route. I kind of figured that was probably the route you guys would have taken. You figured it out. Nice. 5 whole HP.
good.
What are you at there, Riley?
28.
Okay. I'm gonna have to buff you guys sooner or later because the things coming up hit hard.
Oh,
Give me high numbers.
I'm really
Oh
weak.
fuck, it's 2020. Never mind. I need to.
That's a lot of HP, Ron. Yeah.
I mean, I still have to roll 1d10.
Damn, Rowan! I wish I had that.
7 extra, so that
That's
puts
pretty
me
good.
at.
That's not bad. That's
That
not bad.
puts me at 43. Holy shit.
You're at what?
40. I'm at 43 HP.
Jesus. Okay.
Like-
that's damn. That's pretty good.
You were, oh
Um,
my god.
Okay, so the way the show does it is Asuka. This is the episode that Asuka's introduced.
Yeah.
This is also the introduction episode for Kaji, but because I'm not introducing Asuka into our campaign, there is no point in even bother mentioning her. Asuka is the cargo being transported is Asuka's Eva in the show. So everybody thinks that the angel is attacking because of the Eva, when it is in fact the embryo, the first angel Adam's embryo, that Kaji is carrying. That's the cargo. That's what they were originally talking about. Not the actual cargo that was on the ship. That's all just the cover for Gendo. Kaji's real mission was to bring this. This was the cargo.
Okay.
in the show, Shinji and Asuka team up inside of Unit 2, and they come up with this crazy plan where even though the Eva isn't outfitted with like stuff to go in the water, they jump in the water anyway, and they force the mouth of this thing open and ram like a destroyer's like they abandon the ship and they ram a destroyer into its mouth and then detonate it. And they kind of blow this thing up. So I mean, you could have done that just by persuading people, but I don't know if you would have.
I don't think we
could
have gotten the mouth open with that.
I think it's interesting that you caught on very quickly that it was in the mouth specifically.
Where else would it be? In it?
Yeah, like
up its butt. I
if
don't know.
If it's not outside, yeah, then it would have to be like either it's
like
butt
Kaji
or
specifically
its
said that it's like not outside, so like, oh, spooky. Where is it now?
It's in its butt.
It's in its fin.
Yeah, it could have been its fin.
Yeah, that could be very true. Didn't believe it.
The route you took was very much so what I imagined you guys would have gone about.
Because I was thinking like
how would it
have
look?
full
Like,
investigation.
what other routes? Like what other things were on the ship that could have like changed the outcome of that?
You guys could have like tried to crash a fucking jet plane into its mouth, like.
Oh, okay.
It's just thinking of what's on board, what can we use. I think if Austin was there and if Joe was there, you probably would have come to the same conclusion, is my guess. But
yeah,
they would have offered much more interesting
ideas.
Yeah.
Cause we were just put on the spot, like Ronan and I.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Like,
I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that to be timed though.
Yeah.
That was nice actually.
That was cool.
If it had reached if you had reached the end, it was gonna just blow up the ship.
And
I originally had the timer at 45, but I'm like, oh, that's too long.
That's way too long.
That would have been too long.
So, you had 10 minutes left before, so it took you 20 minutes to kill this thing, which isn't that bad. So you've learned more about Gendo and his crazy schemes. We kind of have two storylines going on here. We have you guys' storylines and the background storyline that only player wise you know, but character wise you don't.
We don't know.
So, I'm more or less following the show at this point. It won't be until a bit later that I diverge from the show and kind of dabble in what the movie has to offer. But by the time you fight like the 11th or 12th angel, I'll have diverged the show and the movies and kind of have my own continuity going. I'm thinking long run here as opposed to short term.
Okay.
A lot of the fights, I think. What do we have next week? I think we have one of my favorites. Let's see here. Tokens. So you guys just beat that one. Okay. Yeah, you guys have. I'm gonna need all 4 players next week.
Okay, cool.
If this one.
Next week. I think I can do next week.
It won't be on Tuesday.
Oh, when will it be? Then?
It'll be Thursday. Or
I can do Thursday. I'll do
because we're going to see Rav in Toronto on Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
So.
I'll be in my dorm by then. So.